Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God Urek Mazino Chapter 7, and if you've been watching, I love the spin-off so far. I'm having so much fun with it. I've really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to see more. One of the things I've been loving the most is, I was expecting a real Urek hard focus, and we are getting, a focus on Urek and everything. It's named after him, but I was not expecting so many side characters getting so much attention. I love it so much. I love introducing this new cast, developing them out a little. So I want to see more characters. I want to see more of the other classes. I would love if we got, at least names for most of them and stuff like that. Like when they were announcing the different classes and everything back in season 1 of the main story. I would love if we at least got some names, or at least got some defining traits or characteristics like we've gotten for most of Urek's class for the characters, because there aren't a lot of them really. We are already as far as we are into the second floor, which, depending on how long they want to keep it going, compared to season 1, we might not even be that far in, because it seems like, okay, the next test is Crown Game, but it feels like there are other things that they were planning to do as well. Now, Rahab has this group of people we saw in like chapter 2, I think it was, that are probably going to be doing some craziness, so that's going to be involved somehow. Urek's going to have the secret duel with Donjon and everything, and I've got to say, I did not expect to like Donjon, but Donjon's really grown on me. I really like him too. So we're going to have that going down. So there's all of that, and what I was saying was, we're potentially not even that far in, and we're already down to 30 regulars left. So it would be nice, since it is such a limited number, and I think I named them off, but somehow counted 2 different ways and forgot Amigo Chaz both ways when I did it before. What were there, only like 15 to 17 who passed the season 1 second floor? So really, we're pretty far in already in terms of eliminating characters, or we don't have that many characters to work with. So I would really like to learn more. But yeah, either way, I don't want to go much longer with the intro. Let's just read. We're starting off with the princess here. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about the cuckoo stuff. For me, personally, I really would have been fine if they were just like, okay, yeah, you 3 are just, your team is competing with the other 9 teams. I think I would have been pretty happy with that. So them having to go and replace 3 others, it'll depend on how it works out story-wise, but I feel like we just don't know much about the others for them to be going around trying to replace or whatever. So, I don't know. I have the feeling, potentially, that Neo could be a bad guy. He could do something sketchy and be bad, and then for whatever reason, because of that, he gets taken out and the princess takes his place, and then we have, Princess, Rohan, and Urek is the sort of main character trio, potentially. I could see that happening, because it just feels like the princess is going to be a part of this, but there's no room for her on Urek's team. Then again, we have the same thing with the main series and everything. We have the Bamkun Rak trio, and then Andrasi is incredibly important, but she's not really part of that trio. So I guess it's fair if she's not in the trio with them. Your Highness, who goes there? And she immediately turns on this person? It's just me. I was in the giant goat with you, remember? Is this the one that was like, go team, last chapter? Yes, I do remember you. I recommend that you try to be more discreet. Someone might see you. My apologies. I just wanted to make a proposal, that's all. What proposal? And then I love the reflections in the floor and everything. I'm assuming that you've picked that man as your prey. I think it'd be convenient if we work together, since I'm planning to take one of his friend's tickets. Why should I work with you exactly? I'm not trying to say you need a teammate, but I would still be honored if I could be on your team. Then I'll remain loyal to you until the end of this test, and forever afterward. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm a bit picky when it comes to my team. Alright, episode 7, lights out. Hell yeah. Is this going to be like the lights go out on the ship and there's like a surprise test before we get to the crown game? All the food and drinks are free with this ticket? This is awesome. Right. I bet this is what heaven's like. And we have Rohan and Lu or Rue together. So the thing with Rue, he feels very Wangnan coded, where he's got this special thing going on, but it seems like he's quite weak. Already hanging out without me? Oh, boss, what's up? Would you like to join us? Sure, party in our room. Heck yeah, let's go. Come on. And we have just the lurker here. Cheers. Carbonated drink. Is this what they call soda? You've never had it before. Try a sip, it's really refreshing. And then, whoa, it's a bit strong, but I feel so good all of a sudden, right? Are you already chugging soda on the very first day? You freaking soda addicts! And we have Evelyn kicking in the door. Stop corrupting my teammate, both of you. All that sugar is going to ruin his body. Evelyn? The poor door. Is this why you wanted to come over here, Rue? I never took you for such a delinquent. I'm very disappointed in you. I'm so sorry. She pokes his eyes again. Also, you can't be cozying up to these people. They're our enemies. You understand? Now repeat after me. We must crush our enemies. I want to know who is their third teammate. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She kind of scares me. She sounds like a bad influence. Anyway, how was the training, Evelyn? She sniffles. Evelyn? What the? And then she starts chugging it. Evelyn? That's what I'm talking about. Chug, chug. What's wrong, Evelyn? What happened? Look at these fools. Laughing without a keys, being so edgy, peeking around the doorway. Another one, completely clueless as to what's coming for them. Once the princess pounces on the silver hair one, I'll take one of his friend's tickets. Then she'll have no choice but to accept me as her teammate. I intend to benefit from your power and status, whether you like it or not, your highness. Did something go wrong in the training room? That woman, she made me do something I hate. What? Who did that to you? My mentor. That's terrible, Evelyn. She sounds like a horrible mentor. What exactly did she do? She made me touch a puppy. That's absolutely unforgivable. Completely vile. Wait? A puppy? She's sobbing. Yes. She told me to pet it, saying I could become a talented anima because of my bloodline, so she's going to be a Lopobia who's afraid of animals, maybe? But I said I didn't want to, because I really hate touching animals. Then she yelled at me and called me a complete disgrace to the Lopobia family. Bring me more soda. I'm going to drink the whole dang crate. Then children of the House of Lopobia are often born with the talent to control living creatures as an anima. I'm so sorry, I had no idea. So, do you just dislike dogs in general? No, it's not like that. I like cute animals, I really do. I just don't want to touch them, because I always end up breaking them. Evelyn. Hey, how was your training session? And we just have Neo lurking. Come on, say something instead of just eavesdropping like a creep. Okay, called out. I didn't think you'd know. Of course I did. I'm not that clueless. The training was fine. Nothing special. Long hair. Holy crap. There was a simple test where I was asked to create this. Wait, is that Shinsu? I know what that is. Danjon was using that exact same power. It's nowhere near as powerful as his, but yes. I've been dying to learn that stuff. Can you teach me? He's only been training for a day, and he already knows how to use Shinsu. As a rookie regular, who's basically just a nobody. I'll have to keep an eye on him. Teach me. He's definitely got some skills. He could also sense that there was something weird about Rue. Maybe he's working with Rahab's sketchy people. They'll check the tickets at midnight, which gives me about 4 hours. There's no need to rush. I've already got a plan. I'll make my move 30 minutes before they check the tickets. That sounds like a bad plan. when all the regulars are supposed to have their tickets on them. About 4 hours later, okay, time skip. Make sure they get back safe. Of course I'll be back. Oh no, one more round, more drinking games. We're going back to our room now, Evelyn. Okay, now that everyone's gone, teach me how to use Shinsu, or whatever it's called. It might be broken. I think we should fix that door first, so no one can just peek in. Teach me. He just kicks it back into place. Phew, he's like a little kid. Shinsu is the sacred substance that flows through this tower. What's nice is this, again, I kind of mentioned it before, some other people are saying it, this really does feel like, okay, Tower of God second try. But what I love is we're kind of seeing Tower of God second try, but with a different main character, and Urek is really fun as a main character. And that's something that, again, because of his presence in the main story as like just this ultra powerful untouchable character, it really, I say ultra powerful untouchable as if he wasn't getting embarrassed time and time again by Muchiya. But I do think that it would make you a little skeptical on how he'd translate into a main character, but it's like, it's been so natural. It's been so good. Like, if you didn't read Mainline Tower of God, you could totally just read this and think it was cool. Shinsu is the sacred substance that flows through this tower. I like the special effects. It allows us to breathe, eat, sleep, and despair. So edgy, I love it. In any case, Shinsu can be concentrated into a defined space and used in various ways. That space is referred to as a bang. We're getting bang properly name-dropped as a term. How do you make a bang? There are two ways. You can either draw out the Shinsu that's flowing through your body, or compress the Shinsu that exists in the space around you. And then do we have bomb being used as the example? Personally, I try to utilize the first method as much as possible. Controlling the Shinsu in the environment is a skill that even those with rare talents can only acquire after many years of training. Well, how do you draw out your Shinsu? You just have to visualize it. Visualize it. And again, this feels a little bit different than the main series, because even after, again, all these years of reading, been reading since 2011, reread a bazillion times, I always kind of viewed it as not really using your internal Shinsu, but I kind of viewed it as everybody just uses the Shinsu around them. That's just how Shinsu control works. Then imagine a round, empty sphere floating in front of you. Now picture poking a hole in both yourself and the sphere and connecting them with a tube, but now we're getting, using one's own internal Shinsu as a thing, and not only are we getting it as a thing, but we're getting it directly explained how people do it, because it's like, okay, if you're using your internal Shinsu, then how are you creating just this ball or beam at a distance? And now we're getting the explanation of how. And using that tube to channel the Shinsu inside you into the sphere. That's how you create a bang and fill it with Shinsu. That is a gorgeous panel. That's a gorgeous visual for it. Okay, I'm visualizing the sphere and the tube. Create a bang and fill it. Fill it. Fill it. And it looked like it was forming and then fell apart. Nothing happened. Of course, no one can pull this off on their first try. Didn't you learn this earlier today too? I was thinking he was just going to be a natural genius and immediately get it, but again, I think it makes his character even better that he doesn't just immediately get it with like barely any effort. It's going to be something he has to figure out. I love it. I happen to be a prodigy. Okay, calm down. Okay, calm down. Weird. I thought I was doing it. This is something most regulars can never accomplish, or maybe because he had his eyes closed, he was doing it, but then it dispersed before he could notice. This is something most regulars can never accomplish, or Neo dispersed it so that he wouldn't notice he was capable of doing it. Because, if Neo's a good guy, then I'm going to feel really, really bad for being suspicious of him. But I'm not trusting him so far. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen for you. Again, he's too, like, CU main character good-looking coded, you know? Don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen for you. Fill the sphere. Fill it. Fill it. And we have this massive golden light surrounding the ship. Director Donjon, he has a cute sleeping mask. What is it? In the pink pajamas and everything? Donjon is just simultaneously getting embarrassed, but like more and more, but also becoming more and more endearing. An enormous bong has appeared beneath the ship. What? What in the world's going on here? Right over there, Director Donjon. I love this. We have this massive golden light. What the hell? So maybe he was doing it this whole time and he's like, guess I can't control Shinsu. Meanwhile, he's just been doing this outside the entire time. I'm trying so hard, but nothing's happening. I told you, not everyone can do it. And of course it's his internal Shinsu, but he is somebody from outside the tower. A straight up irregular and a shining one on top of that. So his internal power is probably absolute insanity. Damn it. It's getting even bigger. Attention, all regulars aboard the cruise. And then all of them are being shaken. Due to unexpected weather conditions, we've made an urgent change of course to this cruise. Unexpected weather conditions? Please, brace yourselves for turbulence. I repeat, all regulars aboard the cruise. Why does it feel like everything's spinning? Please brace yourself for turbulence. And I like the running joke of like it being so childish and jokey with it being soda, but them acting like it's alcohol, unless it is supposed to be alcohol, and this is just a really ridiculous censorship. I wonder what that could be. Something might be happening outside the cruise. I'll go check it out. I need to use the restroom anyway. What the hell is this? Where'd that bong come from? I have no idea. It appeared out of nowhere. Where's the head director? He left the cruise without telling us where he was headed. He must be at the castle again. Oh, I guess the floating castle? Well, we can't let this bong crash the ship. Go fetch Test Director Baskerville. Yes, Director. In all my years as a ranker, I've never seen a bong that shines like this. Your hair looks like garbage. Huh? Did the Shinsu just talk to me? You're an ugly. Was I imagining it? It's getting bigger? Side character. Gah. What's going on out there? And Rue is about to be... he's about to be snuck by this random guy. Are we about to crash? That annoying Lopobia woman is sleeping in her room, and now this chaos has broken out. While the two of them are separated from the rest of the group, this must be my lucky day. Who knows what's happening outside? I love these characters. Okay, they're coming in, but this is the perfect opportunity to strike. They're going to go after Rohan. Watch out! And Rohan protects Rue. Goated. Rohan. Who the hell are you? What a shame. I was going for the kill. Rohan's goated, protecting Rue and everything, and is Rue going to have his big moment where he steps up here and like taps into some crazy power and is able to take this guy out to help protect Rohan and everything? I was hoping to get the muscular one's ticket, since he's the silver-haired one's teammate. But honestly, I just need to get a ticket before time runs out. I guess I'll just take the other one's ticket then. After all, it only makes sense to go after the weakest one in the pack. His design's looking somewhat familiar to some other Tower of God stuff. Now we have the restroom. What the? The ship's shaking? The lights are out? I can't even make that darn bong thing, and now I'm getting seasick too? Urek Mazino! And she kicks in the door to the bathroom. I just love his reaction. The gah as the door flies at him. It's so good. What the? This is the men's restroom. Yes, I'm well aware. That's why you're here. Does no one in this story know how to open a freaking door? And again, I mentioned it last time too. I love that Bomb was surrounded by weirdness, but he didn't know any better. So Bomb was just like going along with it, knowing nothing. I love that Urek has a pre-existing life before this. So all of the weirdness that's happening in the tower, we actually have him giving reactions to the weirdness and calling everyone weirdos. I love it. Hold on. Don't tell me. You're here to ask me out on a date. Keep dreaming. I'm here to take your ticket, Mazino. What? That's the only way to qualify for the next test, according to the test director. You're talking about this thing? Yes. I figured you were up to something when I saw you getting on the cruise. Does it have to be my ticket? No, I can take whatever ticket I please. What are you coming after me for, then? Are you stalking me? Once again, keep dreaming. You're ridiculous. Well, let me remind you that I'm pretty damn strong, okay? I love it, because it reminds me of the one chapter where he does the Urek pose, and he's like, I'm damn strong. Again, he should have just hit the pose here. Personally, I don't want you to be disqualified, so you should really try looking for someone else. And he doesn't call people babies yet, I just realized, because I love the scene so much when Bomb first reunites with Yuri on the Hell Train, and Bomb does and like Yuri asks about Urek or whatever, and Bomb does the Urek pose, and he's like, oh yeah, he posed like this and talked about babies. And I was like, I love that that's what Bomb's impression of Urek was. That's what he remembers. No, I want your ticket, no one else's. I'd like to go for the strongest one, whether I'm choosing a teammate or hunting prey. And then we end here. I want more. This is so good. This chapter was so fun. And see, this is, to me, what is so amazing here, and what, moving forward, if we ever get back to the main series, I want to be able to say, is it can be 3,000 chapters long, but it is a weekly releasing series and everything. I want to be able to read a chapter and to be like, that was so fun. And this is what it's done for me here. That was a fun chapter. That was so good. Okay? I absolutely loved it, but it's nearly midnight and I need to go edit this for you all. So thank you for watching. I don't think there's too much more to say. I can't wait to see more. I want, again, even more of the side characters. I want even more of them. And maybe once we get to Crown Game and stuff, we will get more of them. Because right now we got to deal with the Cuckoo stuff. And then we'll maybe do maybe some of the teams, or the teams without Urek. Urek will have to take the sidelines to go have his battle with Donjon. Or maybe he'll pull double duty and compete in both. We'll see how it goes. But maybe we'll learn more about these characters in Crown Game. Kind of how we were doing with the main series. So, yeah, incredibly good. If you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by sharing or dropping a super thanks, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel and get your name at the end of videos, help me keep making videos, get One Piece bingo a bit early, you can hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, J.A. and the D-Band, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SGN, Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ariel, and also the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.